I took my intro flight in the summer of 1998 when I was 15 years old. In 26 years of flying general aviation, I've never really had an emergency situation. I've had a couple questionable calls, maybe some near misses, but never anything dramatic. Until a Saturday morning in early February, right there. My sons Rockwell, Joey, and I decided to jump in the airplane and fly to Chattanooga for the day to go to the aquarium. At about 700 feet on takeoff, I noticed some pitch change in the engine indicating partial power loss. I immediately requested a turn back to the airport and was granted that and landed safely. After experiencing something like this, you turn back to the airport, land, and you're glad everything worked out, but you almost can't fight the what the hell happened demons that start to come in. That was the first time I ever thought I had to give up. And not that I wanted to give up. You try to stay focused on, hey, we executed an emergency landing safely. Look at the positives. But the intrusive thoughts of, oh my God, how much is this going to cost? How am I ever going to be able to afford to fix this? What could possibly be wrong? What do I do? I'm going to have to sell this airplane. How do I sell an airplane with a dead engine? You can't help but be overwhelmed with so many different scenarios on the backside of something like this. I took the weekend to just stay away from the airplane and not stress about it, which didn't work. I spent 2 sleepless nights trying to figure out what was wrong with my airplane. On Monday, I called some mechanics, had them come take it, and start to investigate. The following Friday, I got the most nerve-wracking call from the mechanic, and they said nothing was wrong. In fact, complimented me and were quite impressed with the health of my airplane and the engine. So what the hell happened? Our best guess is I caught a slug of water on climb out that just gave the variation in pitch in the engine. And even though I sumped the airplane and did everything to eliminate that situation, entirely possible, it just still existed. I can't explain the importance of this moment and how this will forever be etched into my brain as a core memory. Flying over Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport in my own airplane. An airport that anybody who follows me on social media knows I have a very long-standing relationship with. A little over a month ago, I put this post on Instagram talking about this moment flying over Atlanta and what it meant to me and how aviation is the most complicated relationship I have. Aside from my wife and kids, there's nothing I'm more passionate about than flying. Even though this moment really shook me to my core, something very fulfilling came out of that. I'm a pretty firm believer in the slug of water scenario is kind of what happened here. It's entirely possible I could have flown another 30 seconds and everything would have been fine. We would have cleared the lines and just kept going. It's also entirely possible that the baggage door came loose and just the change in pitch of that door opening made me think I had power loss. In either of those events, maybe turning back to the airport wasn't the right decision. But 100 times over, 1,000 times over, I'd rather be wrong and spend the money to prove I'm wrong than hope I'm right, because things in aviation rarely get better. What really scares me is the next time. I think a lot of people who would have gone through a scenario like this, if this event were to occur again, would feel like, oh, it was nothing last time, let's just keep going, leading to a potentially catastrophic result. All that to say, everything in life comes with a balance. You kind of have to take the good with the bad. In a way, this is one of my lowest points in my aviation career, trying to figure out how to navigate this. But if you can fight through that and do it with integrity, the thing that causes all the stress can also be the most rewarding.